Hey guys, this is Prak with iRepairMD, and today I will be showing you guys a few new techniques in repairing the iPad. This technique will work on the iPad 2, 3, and 4. As you can see, this particular iPad has been cracked, was dropped, and this is from a previous repair. And if you guys do repair shop, you guys know that there's a whole lot of frequent customers, and some of these iPad, the biggest issue that people have is the ability to, once you put a adhesive on, to have it actually stick. And I know the double-sided tape that you guys use for your iPad repair, maybe 3 out of 10 customer actually comes back saying that the glass is actually lifted off, and I don't use those tapes. Those tapes, once they get hot or humid, what happens is it breaks down and the glass will lift up from it. I actually use an adhesive called M3 Super 77. This can right here costs about $9 from Home Depot, and it's industrial strength. It's I use it for all my iPad repair, and this particular iPad was from a previous repair using Super 77, and you can see the adhesion is really good. Nothing is lifted off. It's perfect. The only problem is the adhesion is so great that I have a hard time taking the old glass off. So I am going to show you guys today a new technique, okay? And what I'm going to pre-install once the glass is ready to set is these. You see this fishing line here. I'm going to actually do a ripcord, okay? And I want to install it at a perimeter, at the edge of this glass. I will show you how to prepare that later. This is my first attempt at it. And so the way it goes is this thing's installed all around, and customer brings in a broken iPad. Your job would be a lot easier. All you have to do is pull the ripcord, exposing it, and you can actually, it should be able to come off completely around. By doing that, it lifts the glass up, so it makes your repair a lot easier. And this is my first attempt at it, so we'll see what happens. And another cool trick is, I know some of you guys have the iPad white 3 digitizing glass combo, and a lot of you guys probably have a glass for an iPad 2, glass for an iPad 3, and believe it or not, all you need is the 2 color combination, black or white. iPad 3 digitizer, it will fit the 4. It will also fit the 2. The 2 is a lot shorter, and it's actually kind of bent this way. But you know what? Once you have a 3, you can actually fold these flex cable at an angle to fit the 2. So that, and the price is not that much off, And as you know, the iPad 2 is slowly being phased out. So many of you still have iPad 2 coming in. Don't worry about buying the glass for iPad 2. Just buy the digitizer and glass combo for iPad 3, and you can use it for 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start the repair. And before I begin the repair, I just want to show you what you'll need for this repair. You'll need 5 or 6 of these spacer wedge. You need a guitar pick, a razor blade, surgical blade, spudger tool, okay, and of course a heat gun. Alright, so without any hesitation, let's go ahead and start the repair. First thing I'm going to do is decide which area I'm going to repair first, and I know that there's a antenna, there's a Wi-Fi antenna right here, and on this side there's a few flex cable that might be damaged if you lift it from this side. And if you have a Wi-Fi 3G model on top, will be a 3G antenna. So the best approach would be this angle right here. So I always start in the bottom left corner. So let's go ahead and do that. Just apply heat. Okay, so that's pretty much enough heat to lift the glass. So now with the heat loosening the glass, I'm gonna go ahead and raise it. Okay, and now get my guitar pick right underneath that spot right there. Alright, so now I'm gonna run my guitar pick around, and you can see how I'm just rotating it as I'm going around. Okay, so now use my spudger tool, lift this up, stick the spacer underneath the glass. Okay, so let's find a different positioning. There you go. This is my spacer wedge. Get underneath the glass. Now I'm just going to move on and do all these. Okay. So I'm applying heat. I'm touching it because you want it to feel like a hot asphalt on a summer day. Okay? That's high noon. You don't want it to burn completely, but you want it hot enough that the adhesive actually comes loose. So now, go ahead and advance my guitar pick at the corner. Okay. So now I've got my spacer tool. Stick it right under, like that. Okay. And you gotta be really careful of these frames here. Okay, so now you have all these broken glass here. So what I want to do is remove the broken glass. I'm going to zoom in to the area where I need, and I'll show you how to remove the broken glass. Okay, so now you have these glass here, this shard. What I want to do is apply heat. Use my surgical razor. Go ahead and lift this off right here. Okay. Take this glass out. And if you're using the 3G model, this was a 3G model, I would be very careful with this. As you can see, this adhesive that I put on, the 3M, you see how hard it is? It's actually more effective than the double-sided tape. I'll get the top pick underneath, run it through. Okay, so now I'm pulling that off. And yeah, I need to apply more heat, so I'm going to go ahead and add more heat to it. heat. Alright, go ahead and put my tool underneath. Get this out. Okay. Forgot to put the camera wedge here, so make sure you put the camera wedge on. Using this razor tool to shave off the glass shard and free the glass from the digitizer, from the frame. And you can see my adhesive is top quality. Nice and hot. Run this razor. Slowly lift the glass off. Okay. Alright. Just taking the glass off this area. See, this is where the bonding of the glass and the frames take place. It's this edge right here. All around. Once you free the glass out of that portion, this digitizer and glass combo will come off easily. Okay, so now you have the right side of the iPad, and you have here the hold button and the volume button, and there's a flex cable that runs right over here. So if I was to stick my razor blade into here, it would nix the flex cable, and it would be a more expensive fix than you set out to do. So what we're going to do is apply a lot of heat back and forth here, maybe for about 2 minutes. We'll go ahead and do that. So the heat is about maybe 2 minutes, a minute to 2 minutes. Alright, knowing that the flex cable is on this side, I'm going to actually try to do the lift from the bottom. So carefully get my razor underneath. Okay. And apply more heat. Okay, all I have to do is just get my guitar pick in. Okay, run it over, put my spacer tool right here. Now run the guitar pick all the way up. Okay. Okay, now I'm using my wedge tool. Slowly move this up. Okay, use my guitar pick. Rotate it. Pick this glass up right here. Alright. And as you can see, flex cable is right in this area right here. Okay? So now, apply a little heat to this area. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to try to free this glass from this area. As you can see now, this actually lifts up. Okay, so now we can actually go ahead and put spacer tool right there. So I have a spacer tool on all four corners. See here? Now we got to concentrate on the antenna, Wi-Fi antenna. So we're going to apply heat here and be very, very careful about the Wi-Fi antenna. I'll show you how to take it off without damaging it. Apply a lot of heat. Okay. Alright, as you can see, this is where the Wi-Fi antenna is. And I can show you where we can locate it. Right there. Okay, it is raised up. It's against the glass right now. So what you want to do is actually, what I want to do is put a wedge tool here to show you where the Wi-Fi antenna is. Carefully, I'm putting a wedge tool about right here, and the Wi-Fi antenna is right here. You can see it. So now what you do is with the spudger, you push it down. So now the Wi-Fi antenna is actually down. Actually, it's not down yet. Right there, you have to get it. This is the Wi-Fi antenna right here. It's against the glass. If you pull the glass up, you're going to rip the antenna. You have to replace it. So what I'm going to do, slowly bring it down with my spudger tool without damaging it. Okay. Okay, now as you can see, the Wi-Fi antenna is almost released. Okay, now it's released. I'm going to put my spacer tool, move it over, put it right on top where the Wi-Fi antenna to keep it recessed down. Okay. Now I'm going to start lifting the glass up. Okay, so now I'm concentrating heat. Okay. As you can see, the heat actually caused the glass to lift. So now, go ahead and zoom out. Alright, so now, just lift up the iPad. As you can see, glass is completely lifted off. What we're going to do, this is the Wi-Fi antenna we just took off right here. You see, it's attached, it's not ripped, it's completely safe. What we're going to do is take, using a screwdriver, we're going to, Phillips screwdriver, we're going to take a screw from each corner. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and remove the screwdriver under the screw using a Phillips screwdriver. In each corner. making sure you don't touch the actual display, because this thing is a stain magnet. As soon as you can lift it up, take it out, put it in a safe place, free up dust and other contaminants that might cause a smear. Slowly lift it carefully up, and we can go ahead and zoom into the connector port. Alright, so now you can use your flathead screwdriver. Push this pin up and rip this, slowly pull it out like that. Put this out of play, safe in the place where no one can touch it. Now you have flex cable. You have two flex cables here, okay? Flex cable pin, and I'm going to show you how to pull it off. What you need to do is get your guitar pick and just pop it up. And this one is actually in a really tough corner, so be very careful when you use metal on connector because it might short it. So what I'm going to do is get to the edge using this razor blade and just pick it up. Now the pin is up, you can release. Okay, so now the glass digitizer. So now you got the digitizer removed. Okay, there's a few things you want to save from it. One of them is this. This is the bracket for the home button and also the home button. Apply heat and pull it out to save, okay? And as you know, I still have some glass on here. We got to really clean the frame. It's framed really well. Use 99% alcohol to take all the excess glue and adhesive off. And then we got to prep the area, okay? So now that we have this, all the glass is clean off the frame and the adhesive is lower down. This is ready. So what we're going to do is install in a ripcord. Okay, a ripcord, like I said earlier, is in case you have a repeat customer that actually broke their glass again. Second time, you won't have to struggle so much by lifting it, by installing or pre-installing a cord, a ripcord. Here, so what I'm doing is putting tape, scotch tape in the corner, okay, where I want my ripcord to be. I'm applying it loosely around the corner, away from any flex cable that can possibly be nicked when you do the pull. Okay, as you can see, looking at the Wi-Fi antenna, I'm doing it on the outside, not putting it under or on top of the Wi-Fi antenna. I'm putting it away from it right here. See? Okay. So now, bring the other end down. Let me just go and adjust this a little more. Okay. Rework that tape. Okay. Make sure the ripcord is not away from the camera on top. And now, bending it here, putting it a fold right there, running my ripcord down, and meeting it with this ripcord down here. Okay, and so now, go ahead and mix this off, and I'll put it right here. we're going to fold it back into place. Okay, having it on the inside. And you can pretty much install this for even your own device, because if you drop it, it's a lot easier to free the glass in the future by using this ripcord. Okay, so you put this tucked away, and now let's go ahead and put this out of play. Okay, you have the glass here. This is the old broken glass, and let me show you the 3 we'll be using. This is a 3 glass. As you can see, this is a lot longer, but all you have to do is fold your 3 glass down this way, and then just do a fold about right here, and then you have the same setup. Okay, and then you just tape it together right there, and then you have a 2-1, and it's fairly easy. What we're gonna do first, right now though, before all that, is remove this right here, and we're going to use heat. Alright, now that the heat has loosened the glue, I'm going to use my razor to lift this up. Okay. This is the home button, and this is the home button cover. Alright, so now this is pretty much trash. Okay, with that all flexed out and taped together, what we're going to do is just put the home button on. Okay. Use my Super 77 on this surface right here, and to scrape the home button. Go ahead and flip this over. Try to align it. Okay, so we put the home button on. And what we're going to do now, we're going to prep this area for spraying. What I need to do is to protect a few things. I will need to protect this area right here. Alright, as you can see, my glass actually has a protective film that you can pull off. Alright, so we're going to leave this on there for the spraying. Protect the camera hole. Alright, and also we're going to pull in this connector and protect the flex cable connector right there. Okay, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to use my 3M77 or Super 77, and I'm going to spray all around the edges. Okay, and I'll be back. Alright, as you can see, I went and Super 77 sprayed the adhesive all around. What I'm going to do now is peel off the tape. First thing I'm going to do is the connector. Take the tape masking off. Okay, now I'm going to free the home button mask. Okay, home button mask is free. Okay, and now I'm going to free the camera button, the camera mask. Okay, camera mask, the camera is free, making sure the camera hole is actually free from any adhesive. Now we're going to peel off the back display. Okay. I don't know if the imitation glass digitizer that some of you buy for the iPad has this, but I know the one I have is the original iPad 3 glass digitizer, and it has this back off, this backing. So now have that all ready to go. Move this aside. Bring my iPad in. Okay. So this is my iPad. First thing I'm gonna do is install the connector back. I'm installing the flex connector back onto here. Rotate this. Okay. Make sure the white line actually disappears. Close it back in. Now the flex is ready. What I'm going to do now is actually put my home button right here. Alright, this is the actual home button. Place it right there. So now I'm going to put the LCD back in. Okay. Fastening it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and test the digitizer before I actually place everything. So, show you how I go about doing that. Oops. Bring this home button back up. And there you go. You know the digitizer works, so what I'm going to do is put this in, put the screw all around, and put the adhesive bonded glass back on. Alright, so now got my digitizer in place. My LCD is on. Doing a final check, making sure there's no lint on the surface. Use an air gun or Canon Air or clean sheet of paper and just run any lint that you might have off. Okay, make sure the bracket for the home button is correct. And my ripcord is going to be tucked in now until I need to use it again. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And I'm approaching it. Push this up a little bit. Right here. And now adding pressure slowly around. Okay. I'm running, adding pressure all around here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and rip this tape off. Okay. And what I want to do is we're going to give it time for this adhesive to actually stick. We're going to put masking tape all around, and I'll show you how to do that. What I do is put masking packing tape all around. Start from the top, right here. Put packing tape halfway. Add a lot of pressure onto it. Now that you're holding it down, make sure the glass is actually recessed in. Like this. Go ahead and just pull it down tight. Okay. So now this side it's down tight. Go to the other side. Test, make sure everything else works. Great. So now we can go ahead, tackle this bottom. Go halfway. Add a lot of pressure down. Okay, even pressure all around. Okay, now just once this is flushed down, you pull the tape in, around. Same on this side, a lot of pressure all around. I got this tape down. Now I'm going to go ahead and add more pressure on this side and that side. Okay. Get my tape ready. Go halfway. Press down hard. Flip it over. Add pressure. Pull it all back. Okay. Then on the other side, the same thing. Okay, this doesn't have to be pretty because this is something you're going to take off before you give it to your customer. Apply pressure. The most important thing is that the glass is flush onto the frame where it's supposed to be, and then you put this tape in to keep the glue recessed down. What I'm going to do now is apply a little heat on top. Aiding the glue so it kind of like realign itself and all the molecules rebound. Alright, we're good right here. You don't even need to put a book on top. Okay? Now what you have is a brand new iPad, beautiful glass, and what you're going to get is if your customer was to drop this again, all you have to do in the future is actually go to the corner where the two ends of the ripcord meet, preferably in the bottom left corner. Use your razor tool, expose the ripcord, pull the ripcord out, and then slowly just pull the ripcord away from the iPad all around, and then the whole glass comes off in probably less than a minute. Save you probably 20-30 minutes of labor time. Alright, so this is it. This is how you repair an iPad 2, 3, and 4. This is Prak with iRepairMD. Have a great weekend.